Hello class, welcome to our studies on polynomial functions, where today's studies will be specifically on multiplication of polynomial functions. And these studies will be based on the understanding on algebra, distributive property, and product rule of indices. Let's proceed to the understanding multiplication of polynomials. The multiplication of two polynomials involves the application of distributive property of multiplication over addition and product rule involving indices. The distributive property will be of the form we have a x plus y plus z in a bracket. So in this case, we are distributing a to the bracket x plus y plus z. So which is going to be in the form ax plus ay plus az. Then we also have a bracket a plus b multiplying x plus y plus z. In this form, we are going to distribute a to the bracket x plus y plus z and repeat the same process for b. So we are going to get a multiplying x plus y plus z plus b multiplying x plus y plus z. Then after using the distributive property in terms of multiplication of polynomials, the next rule to be able to adjust yourself to is the product rule of indices, which will also be a power m by a power n equal to a power m plus n. So example here is we have x power 2 times x power 3, which will end us with x raised to the power 5. So since the bases are the same for the multiplication, we just add the exponent. So 2 plus 3 will give us 5. So these rules and this process are the format we are going to use when it comes to multiplying polynomials. So let's see an example here. We have f of g times g of x, and we have f of x being equal to 3x squared and g of x being equal to x power 3 minus 4x. So here f of x times g of x will be equal to 3x squared times x cubed minus 4x. So here this 3x squared will be distributed to x cubed and minus 4x in this form. So it will be 3x squared times x power 3 minus 3x squared times 4x. Here the numbers will be multiplying themselves. So 3 times 1 will be 3. Then x squared times x cubed is going to be x. Then I'll add the exponent because the bases are the same. So we are going to apply product rule of indices. So it's going to be 3x power 5. Then the same thing will happen here. Minus 3 times 4 will give us 12. Then x squared times x will be x. Then 2 plus 1 will give us 3 using the product rule, which will end us with this particular result. So the steps that we use for this particular calculation was first we multiply the coefficients. You saw me multiplying the coefficients first. Then I apply the product rule of indices to the variable. So the product rule is, since the bases are the same in terms of the multiplication of the variable, I will just maintain the variable and add the exponent. Then the next one is I simplify the expression. So when we move to the example 2, we have f of x equal to 3x plus 5 and g of x equal to 4x squared plus 2x minus 3. We are to find f of x dot g of x. That means f of x times g of x. So in this form, the expression will be written like the way you see it here. The f of x will be the first one times the g of x being the second one. Here we are going to distribute the first bracket to the second bracket. So the first number or element in the first bracket is 3x. Will be distributed to the second bracket, which is 4x squared plus 2x minus 3, as you see here. Then the second number will also be plus 5, will also be distributed to the bracket or the expression or the g of x in this form. So we are going to have the expression being expanded like 3x multiplying 4x squared plus 2x minus 3, then 5 multiplying 4x squared plus 2x minus 3 with over addition, with addition in between them. So this time, this, as I said, the numbers multiplication first, 3, 4, 12. S times s squared will give us s power 3. Then 3 times 2, 6. S times s give us s squared. Maintain the variable, add the exponent. Then 3 times minus 3 is minus 9. S times no variable is here is 1, will give us the x. Then 5 times 4, 20. Then the s square will be here, 5 times 2, 10. Then the x will be here, 5 times minus 3, then we minus 15. Then in this form, we are going to group like terms. The grouping like terms will be 12x power 3 plus 6x squared plus 20x squared minus 9x plus 10x minus 15. And our final result or expression will be 12x power 3 plus 26x squared plus x minus 15. So this becomes the final result for our answer. And we need to understand this expression very well. Good. Now let's move to example 3. That is a well-expanded example. We have g of x equal to x squared plus 3x minus 2. Then h of x equal to 2x squared minus 3x plus 5. So we have to find g x plus 1 times hx minus 1. In this case, note that we've learned function before. So the whole expression x plus 1 becomes the input. So anywhere I see x, I will input x plus 1 in this format. So here is going to be x plus 1 squared as a substitute for the x. Then x plus 1 will be here as a substitute for the x. The next thing is expand this particular binomial before you multiply or simplify or group like terms. So we are going to get x squared plus 2x plus 1 when you expand this binomial. Then when you expand this expression to be 3x plus 3 minus 2, then we group like term to end our answer of g bracket x plus 1 to be x squared plus 5x plus 2. We repeat the same process for this particular expression. The 2 is here. We expand this, that is x squared minus 2x plus 1. After the expansion, before we can multiply, when you multiply in group like terms, we end up with 2x squared minus 7x plus 8. We repeat the same process for this and this. Then our final answer will be the one which will be in the form of multiplication. So we multiply by distributing the first bracket to the second bracket. So x squared will be distributed to the whole of this expression. 5x will be distributed to the whole of this expression. To repeat the same process after that. We group like terms and our final expression will be 2x power 4 plus 3x power 3 minus 23x squared plus 26x plus 16. So note that whenever you are distributing, it means you are dealing with multiplication of polynomials. You have to first multiply the coefficient, that is 1 times 2. That will give us 2. Then x squared times x squared give us x power 4. Then at the end, the next one will be 1 times minus 7. That will give us minus 7. X squared times x will give us x power 3. 1 times 8. That will give us 8. X squared times 1 will give us x squared. We put the same process for the 5x and for the 2. So 5 times 2, 10. X times x squared give us x cubed. 5 times minus 7, minus 35. X times x will give us x squared. 5 times 8, 40. X times 1 give us x. Then 2 times 2, 4. Then the x squared will be there. 2 times minus 7, minus 14. X will be there. 2 times 8 will be 16. Group like term and have your answer being simplified as this. So we have a word problem here. A parking square is 20 yards wide and 30 yards long. The length and the width are increased by the same amount to increase the space. Write a polynomial expression to represent the area of the new space. So here the answer will be let S be equal to the amount of the yards added. So new length will be x plus 30 because it is increasing by a variable which we don't know, and that variable is x, and the weight will be x plus 20. So area is the new length times the new weight, which will be expressed in this form. So it becomes polynomial multiplication. So x times this x will give us x squared, x times this 20 will give us 20x. 30 times x will give us 30x, 30 times this will give us 600. Then it becomes a polynomial expression of the form x squared plus 50x plus 600. So the second question is, what is the area if the amount added increase the length each side by 15 years? So if x is equal to 15, it means anywhere I see x, I have to input the 15 in it, then process the answer to get the result. So let's see a practice question here. We have f of x equal to f of x times h of x. If f of x equal to this and h of x is like this, that is 2x cubed plus 3x squared plus 4x plus 1, and h of x is x minus 1. So try your hands on this question, the first one and the second one. Just try your hands on them, then send us your feedback through the comment section or through the WhatsApp number that is provided for this particular channel. Thank you for taking part in this lesson, and I hope it is a lesson that has helped you to understand multiplication in polynomials. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and subscribe to like the channel too, to continue receiving the best of high school maths, understanding of maths education from this particular channel. Thank you.